Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for this upcoming week of October 30th through November 5th, 2022. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon international bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. I'd like to welcome back my loyal subscribers and my followers. It's lovely to be in your energies once more. I'd like to thank you for subscribing and sharing and liking these videos. It does mean a great deal to my YouTube channel. And if you are new to the Claire Candy Hoff YouTube channel, I'd like to share a little bit about myself through my full-time business, Angel Healing House, which I created almost 20 years ago in 2003. I'm a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world. I'm also a clairvoyant, intuitive, psychic tarot card reader. I do past life clearings and ancestral healings. And of course, there are those wonderful, transformative, recharging, rebalancing, re-energizing Reiki healing sessions for clients. But I also do energy clearings for businesses, for offices, and also for homes as well. And as I mentioned, I am the author of several #1 Amazon international best-selling books. Some people may not know that I also have produced a beautiful guided angel meditation CD. And I received this beautiful review for my CD entitled Letting Go of Concerns and Living in the Now. This person wrote, "Dear Claire Candy, I've just finished your meditation with the angels and I am stunned. Yours is the best guided meditation I've ever experienced. I'm so grateful and thankful for your work and for your love. Thank you so much for this guided meditation, and listening to it, I feel so loved and cherished. And the visuals were so clear and crystalline. I feel reborn. I feel so different, peaceful, protected, happier, and guided. Thank you so much for the blessings. Thank you so much for your beautiful work." And that comes from Mandy Arwin, and she puts in parentheses that she is a huge fan. If you're interested in purchasing this inspirational, uplifting, enlightening CD, any of my award-winning books, or want to book my services, perhaps find out more information about Angel Healing House, please go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can phone 831-277-3716, and do remember that's Pacific Standard Time, as we are in beautiful Santa Monica, California. I'd like to send a big thank you to all those who have made donations to my PayPal account for my free weekly content. If you would like to make a donation, I've left my PayPal link in the description box down below, along with all of my contact details. So, as we do every week on Walk In Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom, we do choose tarot cards, oracle cards, and runes. But before we do that, we look into the astrological heavens to see what planetary energies are affecting all of us. And here we are, with only a few days left till the end of the month. And October certainly is finishing up with many energies that are affecting us. Now, just this past week, October 22nd, Venus aligned with the sun in Libra, and it created a spectacular star point pattern of sacred geometry in the heavens, which is causing a paradigm shift for beauty, love, diplomacy, justice, and harmony, all those wonderful, wonderful Libran characteristics to shine down on the earth. With Venus and the Sun coming together, it will help to expand our hearts and to deepen our relationship with those we resonate with. But it will also help us to deepen our relationships with loving ourselves to the extent that we can finally cut any of those ties with people that we no longer resonate with. I recently explained to a client when she asked when it came to severing ties, what about her family, who she no longer resonates with? Well, I shared that it's important to remember that this is not occurring because we no longer love them, as love never dies, but that we love and that we honor our energies enough that we will no longer allow ourselves to be diminished by others' energies that are not in alignment with ours. And while this Venus-Sun conjunction occurred on October 22nd, its beautiful light, uplifting, joy-filled energy will continue over the next several weeks. And in many ways, it will act like a blessing to help us through the eclipse season, which can often be a bit challenging for some to navigate, as it brings in unexpected, unforeseen events. Now, do remember that those unexpected events, they don't have to be bad, as eclipses can eclipse things into our lives and bring in wonderful things as well. But knowing eclipses and the tremendous effect that they have on our lives, they can be, in many cases, life-changing. Now, the eclipse I mentioned occurred on October the 25th, and this one was a Scorpio new moon solar eclipse. Now, for many, this eclipse will open a whole new chapter in our lives. Eclipses do have a tendency to bring in destined, karmic, fated new beginnings and directs us to a whole new level of our evolution. That's how powerful these eclipses are. Now, we may find that the energies of this eclipse season help us to have a brand new perspective. It gives us an extra jolt or an extra charge to finally resolve to move on from something that is no longer working for us. This will allow us to fully embrace and take inspired action on something new to come into our lives. And if all this was not enough to end this month, on October 30th and 31st, we have Mars, the fiery planet of determination and will, going retrograde. When the fiery planet Mars is direct, it can make us feel motivated, determined to take action, be adventurous, motivated, forthright, and assertive. But when it's retrograde, it can make us feel impatient, forceful, rash, and sometimes impulsive. It may feel like there is a dip in our energy levels, and taking action may just be a little bit more challenging for us. With this Mars retrograde being in Gemini, it could bring in a little bit of a bumpy ride for some. And if this occurs, well, it's best to practice a lot of self-care. Really be kind and compassionate and nurturing to ourselves. Allow for lots of time for rest. Now, these planetary energies of opening our hearts is that there will be things for our highest good, both ways, to eclipse something out of our lives that no longer serves us. For those energies are stopping us from advancing forward in the highest vibrational frequency to serve in the highest way. And one of those things that this eclipse will do for many is to bring an end to our soul contracts with many relationships, many family ties, even those long-term, long-standing connections that we now feel a dissonance with, a disconnect. And in some cases, they may have gotten to the stage where the relationships are causing us great emotional pain and a feeling of chaos in our hearts whenever we're together. And as I mentioned before, it's not that we no longer love them, but from an energetic standpoint, we, who encompass and allow our very existence to be generated by love, we simply can't be around anyone at this stage who chooses to put their energetic frequency and focus on fear. Now, in some cases, with those who are very sensitive empaths, it actually physically hurts and pains us to be around the lower vibrations of fear. We can't watch it in films. We can't watch it on TV and purposely steer clear of events where we sense a lower frequency agenda. And now this is being felt in all of our relationships. Now the divide has become so disparate, and when viewed from a quantum physics standpoint, well, it's no more than a realignment of connection of those who have a similar high frequency and will be attracted to one another with lower, different energies being repelled from us. The ending of these karmic soul contracts is occurring because with so much light that is now bathing our beautiful planet, those who are sponges to absorb more and more light will be misaligned with those who cannot absorb light, as fear blocks light. Now the posse of angels, my angelic family, they're hearing some of your thoughts, thinking that perhaps there's something that we can do with our loved ones to help open them to receive more light. And unfortunately, this is and has always been an inside job. We can no longer step down our lights, for the time has come where it is of the utmost importance to be able to step onto the next part of us being of service. This has nothing to do with whether we like or dislike people, but very much a case of literal physical change in the makeup of our frequency. This is what is meant from going from the third dimension to experience life in the fifth dimension and higher. And while the acquiring of spiritual knowledge and wisdom was very important along the way, and it helped us progress emotionally and mentally, the last piece of this puzzle was always the physical, energetic levels, the choosing of either love or fear that was going to be the great leveler. It could be that we tried everything to keep these relationships going, but intuitively, we felt that there was a disconnect. This is because these relationships have already expired from an energetic point of view. Now, if this is causing emotional distress, please know that these soul contracts were very, very important for us to learn a great deal about ourselves and from the situations and events that we created together. But it's time to acknowledge them, to thank them, to bless them, and send them love and healing, and most importantly, to set them free. When we start outgrowing our past, it is rare that people from our past understand us. As we start to evolve, our higher self requires us to move into the unknown. But the old relationships and friendships want us to stay the same. When someone truly loves us, they will not be threatened by our new choices, and they will embrace our growth and support us in whatever journey we choose. And they won't ask us to stay in a past that we no longer resonate with and that we are no longer happy with. Please, do not and never feel guilty for making the highest service of your soul a priority. As we lovingly and compassionately release these soul contracts, we are opening ourselves and increasing our vibrational frequency to then draw to ourselves and embrace our new high vibrational, higher dimensional soul family to ourselves. So it is a very exciting time at this end of October as we are progressing into November. And when I went to my runes, 2 runes came out, and they were very much pancaked together. If you've watched my videos, I call this the peanut butter and jelly. I often call them the peanut butter and jelly oracle or tarot cards, but these are the peanut butter and jelly runes. But the first one that came out for us, actually this one was on the bottom, so I'll take that one first. This one is Dagats. And Dagats is the rune of breakthrough. It signals a major event. And believe me, eclipses bring in major events and transformation for many in the conscious collective. Now, the posse of angels, here they come. They're saying that in some cases, this shift will be so radical that we no longer continue our lives in the ordinary or normal routine way. The timing for these breakthrough events or meetings is divine. And if the inspired action is taken when they manifest, it could change the very course of our lives forever. Remember, we would not be offered this breakthrough event or offer or opportunity if we were not ready for it. And it will bring with us a period of great achievement and prosperity. Now, this transformation that is accompanied by this breakthrough, it signals a major passage from a former life to a new life that vibrationally suits us better, where we have shifted and descended to. When this breakthrough happens, be humble when this recognition is offered, and if one chooses to take inspired action toward it, with great trust, make sure that one advances with only the greatest joy, because this breakthrough, they're saying, is heaven sent indeed. How splendid, and how splendid that this Dagats, this breakthrough, is coming at this time, a major, major shift, major transformation. So many in the conscious collective will be receiving these breakthroughs to then step on the next path of service. And the rune that came out on top of that was this one. And it's the rune of Laguz. And Laguz is the rune of flow. And it has certainly been making its appearance in many of my personalized angel readings that clients have booked with me, as so much is opening up and flowing for many zodiac signs or many people in the conscious collective at this time. With Laguz presenting itself, it signals a time when we will see tangible powers in our lives. The flow will come in the way of support, nourishment, and which will shape and connect us in our most harmonious, resonant jobs, careers, offers, opportunities, and the flow in our relationships. Now that we are at that stage where there is an ending of those former soul contracts, those new relationships can come in. And while it signals a time of realignment, it also speaks of a time of readiness for self-transformation. So, both of these runes speak of transformation. It heralds a time where our intentions and our heartfelt desires meet with the force and the power of those waters of co-creation with spirit that are so often out of sight, and so often we cannot see all the synchronicities and the magic and the miracles that Spirit sets up for us, so we can meet the right people and be presented with the offers. But now, with this flow, we will come together they will come together. Our heartfelt intentions, our efforts, and the co-creation of spirit, they will come together in the physical to give us our happily ever after time. And I love that rune of Laguz. It seems to be coming up quite a lot these days. So then I went to my oracle cards to see what story is going to be coming out for us for this coming week. And when I went to my Golden Insights Oracle deck, 4 cards, I love this story. The 4 cards that were presented is, well, the first card is magic, the clover, the heart, and fluid. So let's take these one by one. This is a time of breakthrough and flow that was foretold by our runes, and we'll see many of us leaving our former lives, stepping into a higher dimensional realm of ease and grace, where synchronicities and magical connections abound, which is represented by our magic card. Because of our higher frequencies, we have entered a world where manifesting what our soul desires through serendipitous and miraculous, sometimes bizarrely crazy meetings becomes easy, with puzzle pieces coming together to bring about heavenly opportunities. So really, it is a time of magic. The next card that came out was the clover. And the clover is all about good luck, with it now being on our side, as our frequency is that of abundance. It's high, it's bright, it's clear. It allows the free flow of prosperity consciousness into our lives. This not only opens the door freely for our heartfelt longings to be fulfilled, but it will see many of us stepping into our greatest heart's calling and highest and greatest way for our soul to serve in this lifetime. So next we went to next card. So we went to the clover, and now the heart. Of course, the heart was that time of getting in contact with our heart's desires. That's what I just said. So we have the magic. It's a time of magic, serendipity, synchronicity. It's a time of good luck and good fortune to touch us with our heart's longings. That was the third one. And the fourth one is fluid. And for those who are doubting that there will be flow, like Laguz, the runes spoke about before, and there are many that might think, well, there might be flow in our lives, but before in our lives we experienced something opening up for us, and then the flow stopping, and then some people might be saying that they're fearful or they're doubting that the flow will continue in their lives and suddenly stop. But this last oracle card, fluid, confirms that with our highest bright energies, it will stay in the flow, allowing ourselves to co-create with spirit for our highest good and the highest good of all concerned, with no resistance, seeing life like a wonderful, wonderful treasure map, continuously leading us to the most amazing of treasures. I love that story. Magic, the clover, our heart's desires, and the flow once more, which confirms Laguz, which was the rune of flow. Let's go to the tarot cards and see what comes out. I hope everyone is well. Yes, I hope everyone's well and enjoying autumn here in the Northern Hemisphere. I hear from my clients and family in the Southern Hemisphere in Australia that they are well into spring now and enjoying the warmer weathers, especially those down south in Sydney and in Melbourne. Okay. let's wake up those cards and get some more messages. If you're interested, I am using my Angel Healing House Tarot deck, and still fingers crossed that there will be a deck for you to purchase of these magnificent cards by the end of the year. So it's being worked on even as we speak. So I know, like everything else, it will come out in the most divine timing when it's supposed to come in. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's put them together and see what comes out. First card that's coming out for us, whoa, is the Tower card. The Tower card is, and it looks scary, but I love when the Tower card comes out because it's the card of breakthrough. Whatever has not been of a vibrational frequency match in our life must go now. Those relationships that are no longer our vibrational match, it's not that we don't love them, but they must go, because if we keep pushing for them to raise their vibrational frequency, it won't happen. It has to be an inside job, and we're only going to be diminishing our frequency, which stops us from stepping on our path to be of highest service. So there's the Tower card. Now, the other thing I love about the Tower card is when it presents itself, it means that everything that is not honoring to our life or not in alignment with our life must break down in order for a breakthrough to come about. So that only can happen. It only can happen when we, surrender and we release those things. Because as soon as we do that, then we let go of that which is not working in our lives, the relationships, the jobs, the careers, whatever that is, where we're living, if it's not in resonance with us. And then when we let it go, our hands are open for the new to come in. The next card that is coming in for us is the Page of Pentacles. Now, this is the card of messages coming in about abundance and prosperity. And one of those things we spoke about was this is a wonderful time of abundance and prosperity. A few weeks ago, we had the Arcturus Gateway, which had created an immense portal for prosperity to find us, and abundance and all of those things. So I love that I put a little dwarf in there. So yes, be very diligent about putting those things in place, but always allow a little wiggle room in your life for the magic of life, the dwarf, to come in and touch our lives, to bring us ways in which we can be prosperous and abundance. You don't want to get hung up on too much expectation and attachment as to how things need to come in. So allow for the magic to bring you those messages of how we can all be prosperous and wealthy and abundant and all that. And the reason for that is because abundance is our nature now. Now, the next card that's coming out for us is the Magician card. As we step into the higher realms, we are the magicians. We are the alchemists of our lives. We understand that life is not just happening to us, but we are creating life with our words and our thoughts and our feelings and our actions. And when we're focused on what we love doing, and it just opens up a wealth of connections, and all of those meetings and connections and things to keep sparking what we love doing. It's a one card, the Magician card, which is the card of leadership as well. So perhaps this is calling you to have a breakthrough and to step in to a leadership role. Maybe that page of Pentacles is going to be a message coming in how you can create more abundance in your life by being that spiritual mentor, that spiritual leader in your life. Now, certainly, next card coming in for us is smooth sailing. The Six of Swords is a card going from choppy waters to smooth waters. Many of us are going to be moving. Many of us are going to be traveling and meeting people, and just this new soul family that's coming in for us is so comfortable, is so loving. We get each other on a soul level that is just so yummy and so cozy and comfortable that we will be working together, we'll be collaborating, we'll be connecting, and they really do and will get us. Now, the next card is coming out for us is the Chariot card. This is the card of recognition. This is the card of not only recognition, but it's the card of promotion. It's the card of rewards. It also is a movement card. We've got two movement cards here. To move to some place which is more in line with our new higher energetic frequency. Could be moving on to a new job, could be moving on to new careers, new opportunities, new businesses, could be all kinds of things. But it's something where this new soul family of ours supports us, encourages us, recognizes who we are, and wants us to be a part of their organization because they believe in us. Next card is really akin to that because it's a partnership card. It's the Two of Cups, and it's that partnership that, all kinds of partnerships. Now, if you're looking for love, this could be about finding a love, but for the most part, this is about either a work or career or an opportunity or doing something where we can start to collaborate and connect with our beautiful, beautiful soul family. They want me to choose two more cards. Okay, so the next card that's coming out for us is the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is the card of recognition. Now, you've got two cards here about recognition. The Chariot card is, yes, movement and travel. It's also about promotion or rewards and recognition. And the Eight of Pentacles is the card of hard work, doing what we love doing, and above all, being recognized for it. And the last card is the Three of Cups, is the celebration card. This is our soul family, and dancing and collaborating and loving, absolutely loving this high vibrational frequency that we are now in and we're thriving in. And not only are we celebrating, being with our soul family, but we are celebrating the fact that we made it to this point in Earth's ascension as inhabitants of light on a light planet. So I love that. So beautiful, beautiful cards that came out for us today. So thank you very much for that. Posse of Angels, thank you that. Let me just get some semblance of order here. Let's go to the card. Postcards from Spirit, as we end every week with. And this one says, you are love, if you needed some reminding. And it says, dearest you, even though life seems now to be moving full steam ahead, Mercury got out of its post-shadow phase and there's a lot of forward-moving energy. Strangely enough, it's time to rest. Because when we rest, we allow ideas to flow through us, to take root in our heart before they reach our minds. Honor this process by becoming empty, to allow for imagination and the magic which is this card, the magic of dreaming. You might feel lazy or you might feel unproductive while doing this, but we know better, says Spirit. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time of dreaming. In this powerful process of co-creation, your soul merges with Spirit in a very profound way, so you can receive your music directly from Source and play your part in the symphony of life. How beautiful is that? You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune into what others can't hear because it's being played for your ears only. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and the invisible. Don't worry. We will wake you when it's time to return with a new dream. There's no need to set your alarm clock. Loving you always. That's beautiful. So thank you, Spirit, for that. And let's go to our Making Magic cards. Okay, Posse of Angels. 3. Asking for 3 to jump. 1. Okay. This transformative energy that we have now is providing those breakthroughs, and the eclipse energies are really so powerful that what it's doing now is it's providing a time for us to really separate from anything and everything that simply is not in our best interests. 1 more. Okay, there we go. All right. The first card that came out for us was true healing of the mind, body, and the soul. Yes, that's what these eclipses are doing. It's helping us to heal. It's helping us, and it will, and in many cases, there'll be spontaneous healing because it has to eclipse out of our life those things that are no longer in the highest energetic frequency or the highest resonance for us. So allow this to happen. Surrender to giving up what you need to give up in order for that healing to come about. If you know that you're eating toxic things, artificial coloring, flavoring, preservatives, additives, flavoring, fluoridated water, if you're, sort of eating farm-raised fish or, meats that have steroids and hormones in them, like cow's milk or things like that. If you know that you're doing this, then the eclipses will help you. They will help you to make better decisions and to work with the healing of your mind and your body and your spirit. Next card that is coming out. Oh, I love this. Breaking Bad Habits. Okay, all right. If you need to stop from driving through the drive-thrus, self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. Why did I just say? I must be psychic. Okay, all right. So the eclipses are really giving us a tremendous boost to say to ourselves what is important to us to keep our energies as high, as bright, as clear, and firing on all full pistons in order for us to be as abundant and prosperous as possible. Next card that came out for us was our wishes coming true. Okay, rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. Now, what well, the rune for breakthroughs and achievements was Dagats, and those breakthroughs will bring us the thrill of achievements. And if we're offered those things, yes, be humble, but we are more than it's more than deserved for us to receive those things, because it's all the hard work and the diligence that will pay off now. They say the harder I work, the luckier I get. And then this one flew out. I usually take 3, but a 4th one flew out. A happy working environment, pay rises, and promotions, and a successful career. And those two cards that came out, tarot cards that came out for us before, were the cards of, and if I can quickly find them, which I probably can't. No, yes, no, yes, no, yes. Okay, one more. Oh, it was the Chariot card, which is the card of promotions, and it's the card of rewards. So this is just another indication and confirmation about the rewards that are coming in for our achievements. So I hope all of that has been helpful for you. If you are interested in any of my services, my past life clearings and ancestral healings, those wonderful, revealing, inspirational angel tarot card readings, the intuitive counseling, the Reiki healing sessions, either here in my beautiful office in Santa Monica, California, or online through distant healing, and also those energy clearing sessions for homes, for businesses, and for buildings, all of those things, please do go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. And I'm wishing you an absolutely beautiful week. Go out and fashion a beautiful week for yourself, a beautiful life for yourself. And as always, I'm wishing you love and angel blessings. And I do look so forward to speaking with you again this coming week. If you would love, you can always join me on Thursdays on my Angel Healing House Blog Talk radio show, which is every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where callers can call in for free mini angel readings. So again, love and angel blessings to you. Take care of everyone. Bye.